Welcome along, everybody, to my watch along for the 2025 Formula One Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. It is practice 2 time, the second practice session of the day. Practice 1 was very interesting. We had Gasly at the top of the standings, so let's see how practice 2 plays out today. But welcome in, everyone. If you tune on in to the YouTube stream, or it's your first time here over on Twitch, welcome. This is how it works. You got my face here, you got the live timings here, you got the session timer down in the bottom left that you'll be able to sync on up with, and you got lovely Twitch chat that you can talk in. Yeah, we do watch alongs like this for every single Grand Prix weekend, for every single session. So join me tomorrow for practice 3 and qualifying, and join me on Sunday for the race, and obviously for Miami and every other Grand Prix this year. 1 second, I just forgot to go live on TikTok, so let me do that real quick, and then we can get on into the watch along. I completely forgot. We were too busy watching the fucking Williams dump truck video that I forgot that practice session was starting. Real quick, give me a moment. The session's about to get underway. Oh, we've already got the timer up on screen. Let me get the timer up for you guys. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. The beautiful Middle East F1 theme song. All right, the timer is up. Sync on up, guys. 1 sec, guys. 1 sec. All right. We go live on TikTok real quick. We are now live on the TikTokies. And let me just make sure the YouTube stream's all good. Sorry about this, guys. I completely forgot that the fucking session was started. My bad. Alright, cars are coming out. Oh, we need to get predictions up in chat as well. Oh my god, I've forgotten everything. Oh my god. Alright, let me get predictions up in Twitch chat. Who will finish first in practice 2? We'll run these for about 15 minutes. All right, predictions are up. Get your predictions in the Twitch chat. Who will finish first in practice 2? The fuck is happening, bro? There you go. All right. We're good. Oh, looks like the steak's going to stuck. No, he's chilling. Oh, what's the steak doing? He's fucking stuck. Hulkenberg, hello. No, wait, he's just broken down in the pit lane. Oh, he's good. Okay, he's good. He is chilling. All right, is everything good? Live timings are good. Oh, I need to set the delay. Wait, did I just hear Borderletter's got a fuel leak, so he's not going to be in today's session? Wow, that fucking sucks. Missing out on a whole practice session at a track you've not been to an F1. Well, obviously not been to an F1 before. At least he's been there in F2, but still, that's going to be very big for his weekend. Okay, I think we're good. Tomo, thank you so much for the 9-month resub with Prime, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Appreciate you coming in with the Prime sub. 9 months. Thank you, dude. Also, Killer BTP, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. All right, what I missed in chat while I was gone doing a wee. L Pollution, not bad, mate, doing good. Glad to hear you're well too. Want to prank him like a huge F1 league? I saw that, Aiden. I saw that in chat before I left. Lawson replaced by Ricardo. Don't lie to me. When Bobox? What's Bobox? Reporting to F1 and Sky Sports, linking intro on stream. Shaking my head. Razan, why would you do that to me, man? I hope you're doing well, though, dude. Yeah, the car is not safe, repairable in time frame. Oh, that fucking sucks, man. You prefer Ponden's commentary to Sky Sports? I'm glad to hear that, Shanika. Bro complaining no mid-session action, but haven't done anything. Wait, who? Bro complaining no mid-session action, but haven't done anything. Wait, what? Yeah, well, now I've just heard that Bulldozer not doing the session. That fucking sucks for him, man. Yeah. Landu pole and Verstappen 11th. I don't know. Verstappen 11th. You said Max pole before, Angry Ginger. Now you're changing it to Max P11? Can't keep changing your mind like that. Where do you think Lawson will end up this sesh? I don't know. I mean, it's only practicing today. It's kind of hard to predict. But I think Liam will hopefully do at least Q2 in qualifying. That's my hope. That is my hope. Anyone else's KO not working? I don't watch on KO Thompson, but it seems like someone else in chat was complaining. So yeah, it might be a issue of KO. Sup, Dodia? On the YouTube stream. Hello, I like Alonso the most. My mum likes Alonso as well. My mum likes Alonso as well. He's a good driver. And according to my mum, he's a very good looking man as well. What's up, hashtag on the stream, dude? I miss the poos and memes. I don't. All right, guys, get your predictions in Twitch chat with your channel points. Who will finish first in practice 2? It is now nighttime in Saudi. Ooh, beautiful. I love this track so much, man. The layout, the atmosphere around the track. It's so good. I love it. I love it. I love it for qualifying. I love it for racing. Can't wait for quality tomorrow. Need to start doing the Yuki over and under bets. Yuki Liam over and under bets. Yeah, we could do those for channel points. I kind of prefer doing this though, especially for practice. Like we just saw, no one predicted Gasly in practice 1. Or one person did, but very little amount. They got a big payday, so it's always hard to predict practice. You think Joe will get pole? What the fuck? Are you living in 2022, bro? Oh, Antonelli locking up. Listen to him on that. I do like the track. Oh, it's one of my favorite tracks on the calendar. This track is great. What's up, Viz? You predict Yuki will outqualify Max? Oh, interesting. I think Yuki and Max are going to struggle this weekend. That car is just not looking good. I like the Malaysia G. Do I like the Malaysia GP more? I like Sepang. I really do like Sepang a lot. I've never watched a race live there, but the layout just looks really good. All right, can Gasly follow on his form from practice 1? Do you guys think that was a glory run, or do you think they're actually going to be in the mix with the top teams? If they're in the mix with the top teams, that is going to be fucking crazy. Only been since 2017. Yeah, I mean, it might return. I know Sepang keeps hinting that they'll be back, but... Yo, Viz, same with the gift, dude. Appreciate that. Wait, did you just become a member of the stream as well? Why doesn't TikTok tell me this stuff? Wait, how do I look? I don't know. I'm so confused. TikTok gifting, like there's gifting, there's gifting, there's diamonds, and then there's subs. What's the difference? I don't get it. Anyways, Viz, thank you for the gift. Piesh is not happy with that about that steak coming out in front of him. Do you think 2007 McLaren is happening? 2007 McLaren? What do you mean by that? Like going on to win the championship? Wait, no, they didn't win the championship in 2007, did they? By the way, guys, stick around after FP2. We've got F1 Academy to watch. We can actually watch the broadcast on the stream, which would be good. What's your ultimate favorite season since you began watching? For me, it's hard to choose. 1988, 1991, 1993, 1998, 2005, 2006. So many great years. So I started watching in 2019. So my favorite Grand Prix, my favorite year is obviously 2021. Other than 2021, probably last year was my favorite. Probably my second favorite, yeah. I mean, I think it's hard not to say those first Grand Prix, those first few Grand Prix that I watched, like those first 3 seasons I watched, 2019 and 2020, weren't bangers, just because even though looking back they were bad seasons, at the time I was so engrossed with the sport, you know what I mean? Doing up to P4 right now. Here comes Max. Where's he gonna go? Let me see if my live timings are in sync for 2 sessions in a row. If so, I've clocked it. Here we go, we go. No. Oh, Stroll. Is he good? Is he good? Don't tell me he's stalled. Oh, I think he is. Oh no, he's reversing. Why did he need a reverse? He didn't need a reverse. It's actually weird seeing a F1 car reverse. What the fuck? He literally did not need a reverse there, but you do you, dude. You do you, boo. You do you. You can't make that turn. He should have. Max might join Murray. There's a lot of rumors going around at the moment. Whoa. That's got to be car related, right? Oh, no, you couldn't make the turn. You're right. That's got to be car related, right? There's no way he slammed the brakes hard enough to fucking cause that himself. There is little FH games. Appreciate you tuning in regardless, man. These guys crying and just their driver spinning, man. Oh my. Whoa. Ferrari. Who's that? Lewis? Get out of the way. Bro, the Williams complaining about the Ferraris. That was really close, to be fair. But at the same time, Albon saw the him in front and then didn't back off. Without Albon on Piastri's, I'm not sure. I mean, it's probably just doing some bankers right now. Everyone's on mediums as well, so they're doing some higher fuel runs. So it'll be interesting to see later on when we get the soft running, because obviously this is equivalent to qualifying later on today. Wait, now the timing's is delayed. What the fuck? I got it sorted out. Since Netherlands, Mexico, and Imola are probably leaving the calendar, which tracks are getting added? Looks like South Africa will get added. Good question. South Africa. Yeah, but Madrid's replacing Barcelona, so they're just swapping. Actually, good point. Yeah, we got 3 Grand Prix leaving in 2026, but only one that's kind of like in the pipeline of actually becoming true. There's rumors about Thailand. There's rumors about what's the other African country where the FIA Awards were hosted this year? Not Uganda. What was it? What was it? Rwanda. Rwanda Grand Prix is fucking ridiculous. And then yeah, Saudi Arabia having 2 tracks on the calendar, having Jeddah and their Qiddiya. Is it how do you pronounce it? Is it Qiddiya? Wow, Piastri 1 millisecond off Norris. Holy shit. Yeah, so maybe it'll be an extra Saudi Arabia track and then South Africa and something else. And Gasly only up to P6 right now. Where's Russell gonna go? P6 as well. They're so close between the McLarens right now, holy. Yeah, I think Thailand GP would be good, especially considering Albon's obviously in the sport. I think we need some more Grand Prix in Asia, to be honest. Maybe just like 1 or 2 more. Catch the FH games. Who's the female commentator? I'm not on Sky Sports, but there's no female commentator on F1 TV. I don't think it'll be. Would it be Natalie? It might be Natalie Pinkman. Yeah, probably is. Some of the Landos. You've been. Oh, yeah, that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Red Bull in the way. Because if he comes around the corner blind. It doesn't really matter who it is, does it? Will. Just there's a driver on the way. But yeah, that's dangerous, man. Coming through a fast section like that, and then there's just a car on the line. I missed European GP when they go to different countries. Nürburgring and Valencia Street Circuit were great. Yeah, I think they're going to do more swapping of Grand Prix. Yeah, we'll definitely try and instigate that. I can't wait to see cars drive around Madrid. Track looks psycho. I'm not that excited for Madrid. I'm excited because, like, Barcelona is typically Catalonia is typically a boring Grand Prix. So now we have a Grand Prix that's going to be new and fresh to look forward to. But the track doesn't like wow me. But then again, I wasn't really wowed by the Vegas track, and then we went there and it's amazing. So who knows? Why is Hamilton down at 10th? The session just started, Ben. So gotta give him some time. Big Fuss and Afrolio. There you guys are the follows. Would you like another UK GP? I mean, same reason I say we don't need 2 Grand Prix in other countries. I don't think we need 2 Grand Prix in the UK, but I wouldn't mind a London street circuit or something. Especially considering that Silverstone always sells out and it's so hard to get to. Do you think it'll be 128 in qualify? Well, what time did they set last year? Let's have a look. Results. Races. Saudi Arabia last year. Last year, the qualifying time was a 1:28.0. 1:27.4, sorry. And then in 2021, it was... a 1:27.5. So the fastest time was last year, 1:27.4. Will we see 1:26s maybe? Could we see a 1:26.9? Sup, Oracle Red Bull 11 on the stream dead? It depends a lot how wide Madrid streets are. That helps a ton to make Vegas. It's like, yeah, true. It's very wide because of the like double lanes. I also miss Adelaide. Love that track. Went there several times. 88, 99, 91, 92, 93, 96. Yeah, I don't really know much about Adelaide. Never really seen, yeah. Don't really know much about Adelaide. I guess it's so long ago. Oscar up to P1 now. Whoa, Leclerc really pushing right now in practice. Holy. A lot of traffic so far. Could there be an issue in qualifying? Yeah, it always is. But if you do it in qualifying, you are getting a pen. Yeah, Turkey, I like that track. Ooh, big lap from Leclerc. Do you think Red Bull will improve this weekend? No, I don't think Red Bull's going to improve for a couple races. At least until, at the most, at least until Spain, where, you know, the Flexi Wing stuff comes into play. But the Spanish Grand Prix is so far away. Hey, man. Oh. You know, the slowest time was a 2:08 in Jeddah. That's race time though, right? What's the reason for some cars suddenly having shit brakes? Overheating? Yeah, probably overheating. Liam P4! He's on softs though. First driver out on the softs. Hamilton P6. 6 cents off his teammate. Damn, Lewis really does struggle, doesn't he? At Saudi. Is Gasly cooking this weekend or is it too early to say? I think that Alpine's definitely cooking, but I mean, it's not a great lap right now, but we'll see what happens when all the soft run, when everyone comes out to do their soft runs. The consecutive right turns is so sexy. Wait, right turn? Wait, what, you mean left turns? Is this Liam's first drive at Saudi? No, I think he did Saudi in F2 one year. But yeah, his first time in F1 at Saudi, yep. Do you think Lewis would be better in quali? Obviously in race, but in quali. Well, he's really been struggling. He's been really struggling with qualifying this whole regulation, to be honest, the whole regulation of cars. So I don't think it's just going to change overnight, to be honest. Do you think, wait, read that. Alpine Williams best of the rest. Haas looking, looks off of it so far. Yeah. I don't think this would be a race that would suit Haas, but then again, I said that about them in Bahrain, and then they showed up and got best of the rest, so fuck knows. I mean, they're just really good in race pace, aren't they? Aren't they, Haas? So I just watching a video on my second monitor. Fuck. Bro, just gonna add, why the fuck does KO have ads, bro? Any sports that make you pay and then run ads during the sport, absolute bullshit. There needs to be a fucking rule to prevent that. Who do you have winning? I have Russell Pole, McLaren winning this weekend. Maybe the Russell Pole's a bit of a hope, but with Hamilton's great race pace and new regulations coming in, which is similar to cars in Hamilton's era, you think he'll be better next year in Ferrari? I think he'll be better, yes, but will he be able to win a championship? I need to see it before I can start thinking that. You know what I mean? I still think he's just, I don't know. I think it's a combination of he's just getting older now, lacks a little bit of motivation and whatnot. But I think it mostly does come down to the regs, but I think it's also the other things that play into it. So I don't think we're just going to get a new reg of cars and then boom, he's solved and Lewis is winning again. You know what I mean? Yuki had a max top the count. Yeah, Yuki's actually been really on it, hasn't he? How come Alonso didn't get podiums in 2024? I mean, that Aston just completely fell off at the end of 2023 into 2024. Nothing to do with Alonso, I don't think. But Hamilton's great race pit, whatever. That Leclerc's quick as hell and outperforming the car like always. Yeah, I mean, this is such a qualifying track and, you know, pushing to the max. And he knows exactly how to push the car to the max. Sometimes, not recently, but sometimes he does push the car a bit too over the max. But, yeah. If that floor and if that new floor was working well and he gets the setup right, maybe he will be able to fight for pole. $40 per month, what garbage? Yeah, it's better than Sky Sports though. £45, so 80 Australian dollars per month to get a 720p broadcast with ads that you can't watch replays for 24 hours. Fucking bullshit. Do you think Max will move to Aston Martin? I think it's possible, but I don't think it will happen. I think he'll stay at Red Bull where he's comfortable, where he's got his contract. He'll see what 2026 looks like, and then he'll go from there. Considering Hamilton's comparatively picking up the Ferrari's driving style and how he just becomes an animal in British GP, I think he has a chance to win there. I hope, man. I hope. That would be elite. I'd prefer Lewis to win Monza than British Grand Prix, though. I use F1 TV because I'm in England as well. It's actually good anyways. Yeah, F1 TV is where it's at. Yeah, they just went to backwards in development while McLaren's went forward. Yeah, it's crazy. Oh, Russell up to the top. There you go. He's on the soft, though. It's not a great lap for the soft, considering. Charles also looking good. Could see it being him and George versus the McLarens. Yeah, I mean, my prediction was Russell versus McLarens this weekend. So if the players in that mix, it's not too shabby. You're on F1 TV now. I think we just could help. No worries. I saw people saying Max would try and leave Red Bull ASAP because of some contract clause about him being third or less in the championship. Nonsense. I mean, he probably does have an exit clause, but does that mean he wants to activate it? You know what I mean? Like maybe he's just using the exit clause to kind of threaten Red Bull to make him have a better car, but it doesn't mean he's going to do it. You know what I mean? Thoughts on no French GP? It sucks because obviously France is such a big pivot, is such a big country for motorsport. You know, like Le Mans and the French drivers, and like France has just been so big in the F1 and motorsport world. Renault as well, multiple French drivers on the grid, and I think the French fans are great as well. But the track just sucked. I really love France to be back on the calendar, but they just don't have a good track. But then again, now that I look at current modern day Formula One cars, I think Paul Ricard would be pretty good. But just not having any runoff and stuff just makes it just so shit. All right, guys, I'm going to end the channel point predictions in a second. If you're on Twitch, get your channel point predictions in. Who will finish first in practice 2? I'm going to close it in a couple seconds. So get your predictions in. And Sainz goes up to the top on the softs ahead of Russell. We're starting to see some soft laps now. Wow, big lap from Sainz there. I don't like how they changed the Formula One YouTube channel commentator from David Croft to Alex Jax. Just, I don't like Alex Jax, really. I love Alex Jax. I think he's far superior to Crofty personally. Oh my god, this track's so fun to watch. Oh my god, I can't wait for qualifying tomorrow. Yeah, it makes sense that they wanted to bring F1 TV more in line with Wait, has the Honda logo been added back on the Red Bull? Or am I tripping? And that's always been there. Because I remember they removed it for a couple years. Have I only just like thought about it? Is this a Mandela effect? Wait. I need to look at this. Red Bull 2025 F1. Oh, it was there. It just looks bigger now. 2024? Was it removed? Wait, it was on 2024 as well? What the fuck? Was it only 2022? Oh, what the fuck? That's a Mandela effect. So in 2022, they were rocking the HRC logo, Honda Race, whatever the fuck it is. I just always thought the Honda logo wasn't on the car. Because Honda chose to leave the sport, and this is technically a Red Bull powertrain right now. Interesting. Honda must have paid a good amount of money for that then. All right, Max up to the top by 4/10. Big lap. Look, maybe Max is a threat this weekend. You know what I mean? This is a qualifying track. If Max can get the car in the right window. Oh, Leclerc. He's not on a lap, but. Honda Racing Team. Ah, that's what that stands for. Makes sense. The chicane in the straight was the problem in Paul Ricard. Yeah, true. On F1 TV, you can change from Jax to Croft. You prefer Croft. Yeah, it depends what you prefer. I personally prefer Alex Jax. Hulkenberg up to P6. Obviously, some upgrades on that Sauber. Could Sauber cook this weekend? Can they make a... Maybe make a Q3? Never left. You don't know Will. I guess I just got it stuck on my head from 2022 that's just what they were rocking. So just testing my TikTok stream. No, I'm just doing a test right now while nothing's happening on track. 87%. Okay. Okay. Sorry, if it looked like I was staring at you guys intensely. I got a monitor right over my camera, so I was looking at that. All right, where's Piastri gonna go? Everyone's down sus now. Getting in some laps, considering this is the temperature, or this is the equivalent time for tomorrow's qualifying. Oh, there's a bit of super cool fried rice, but set the smoke alarm off. Oof. When a fried rice is done perfectly, it is amazing. But if it's too dry, if it's too flavorless, it's got to be good. Do you think Max wants to be an 8-time world champion, like chasing it? No, I don't think he cares about accolades. Like, he wants to win. He's a competitor. But I don't think he cares about, like, I'm an 8-time champ or I'm 7-time champ. You know what I mean? And Piastri up to the top by 1/10. Well, not as good as I thought. Not as good as I thought. But obviously, they might have their engine turned down and shit. L1 up to 7th. You telling me a shrimp fried this right? What does that mean, by the way? I know fucking Max and Chad say that all the time in their vids. Oh, it's had to fuck the floor there. Oh, he's lost the rear as well. Already 4/10s down from last year's top time, FP2. No, we're a second off still. We're still a second off. It was a 27.4 they did in quali. Or you're saying last year's FP2 time, they're only 4/10s off? Maybe you're looking at race time? Wait, yeah, what time are you referring to? Uji Sobert. Welcome to the stream, by the way, dude. Oh, Antonelli losing the rear there. I'm not looking forward to no DRS next year. Wait, are they getting rid of DRS? I'm not gonna lie, I've not really followed the new regs. Like, put it this way, I'm following the new regs, but it changes so much that I'm like, you know what I mean? So it's not gonna be DRS. See, enough Piastri's winning this week, definitely not biased. Fast time in Silverstone track record was a 1:24 by Hamilton in qualifying. I think Max cares about the records. He's a perfectionist and very competitive. Really? See, I don't get that vibe from Max. McLaren probably sandbagging. Yeah, they're probably not running at their max potential right now. McLaren were like this last week, then showed how fast they were in qualifying. True. But then again, Piastri was only 1/10 quicker than Russell, and Lando bottled it. So, I watch on Sky. No, I'm watching on F1 TV. I've never seen all teams after 4 races have points. That's a record. Yeah, has that ever happened in F1? That's a good point. It's rare for every F1 team to get points, but every team to get points so early on the season, that happened before? Probably the track is resurfacing fast, so the deeper into the session, the fight. Yeah, true. That as well. That as well. That's why everyone will wait till the end of the session to do their times. They have a new thing to do, Ash. You can change the front and back wing anywhere in the track, unlike the other sense. Ah, okay, yeah. The active error, yeah. So note up to P4. No, that's automatic though, isn't it? I'm fairly sure that's automatic. At least Max was complaining about how like he can't manually do that. Lewis 12, what's going on? He hasn't set he has set a time on the softs. Oh, if he's really slow right now, holy. And Norris up to the top by 1/10 on Piastri. Yeah, it's not as they're not as dominant as I thought they'd be, but then again, it's just practice. I don't know if Max cares about getting 7 titles because that requires longevity too, but dominating everyone. Yeah, oh yeah, no, that's what I mean. He's competitive and he wants to dominate people. I don't think he like cares about being like, I'm a 7-time champ, you know what I mean? Calling Lewis out in Q2, honestly, could see that happening. I feel like he's always kind of struggled at Saudi. The Claire not putting a lap in the softs and he's coming the pit. Surely he comes out again on a soft. I don't know if Lewis is going to be able to do anything with this car into fruition anytime soon. Yeah, I mean, like he did so good in China, and I don't know why that was. Oof. Lewis has won 25% of the GPs held here. He struggled here with the new regs. We'll say that then. Hamilton did dominate in China, bro. Pulled 7 seconds. Yeah, he did so well. I don't know why that clicked for him in China, but it didn't click for him. Well, first off, it didn't click for him in the main race and qualifying in China, but yeah. Who do you think will lead the championship into Miami? Honestly, I think Piastri. I think whether it's this weekend or so you mean after this weekend? How far is Piastri behind Norris again? So you'd need him to win. I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait to see how practice plays out. Yeah, usually practice is a good indicator of like who's looking more confident. But I don't know. I can see Piastri and Norris being quite even this weekend. Excuse me. I'm looking forward to F1 Academy. Actually, I love when we can actually watch something on the stream without it having to be a watch along. 3 points, right? Yeah, you don't want to mount that curve like that. You'll fucking end up like Mick Schumacher in the fucking wall. There are 2 new things: active aero, where rear and front wings will open in the straight similar to DRS, and a special mode that gives extra power through the engine, but like overtake mode. Ah, so that's what the whole Mercedes shit is referring to, where it's just like they dump all the energy in it. Yeah, that curb is losing height every single lap someone goes over that. If Max was to change teams, I don't see it being this year or next year, especially with the change of regs. I could see him waiting to see how good the team... Oh, yeah, 100%. I agree. McLaren decided to throw out 1 kg sandbags. The rest remains, though. Hadja, only 12th right now. V-Carb, there's early races where they're looking really good. Now it looks like they've kind of mellowed out a little bit. Any thoughts on the future of F1 cars? Maybe in 2050, powered by nuclear reactor and use active turbines to suck them to the ground, like the McMurdy Sperling cars. That was Ziantan. Well, I'm the stream did. I'm really bad. Look, I'm not a car guy. I don't know anything about cars, anything about car parts. So when we talk like technically about Formula One, I'm not great at that stuff. So when we talk about the 2026 regs and even like future regs, like, obviously I know about a Formula One car and this, that, and the other, but when it comes to like the engines and like specific stuff internally in a car, I can't tell you. So I have no idea where Formula One could head in 25 years. But like, you got to remember, 25 years from now is the same as 2000 to 2025. And look how different the cars were in 2000. Everything can change. You know, you think like everyone started to get iPhones 15 years ago. How much the world's changed in 10, 15 years. It's crazy. The full caps from Angry Judge is hilarious. Oh my god, I really need to piss, guys. I really need to piss. Okay, Leclerc on the sauce. Here we go. Where's he going to go up to? He said a good lap before on the mediums. What's his soft lap going to look like? P4 behind Max. That's not as good as he was on the mediums. Maybe the Ferrari would prefer the medium tire. Why is Max struggling? I would say he's struggling right now. He's P3. I think he'd be happy with that. Sonoda's getting better, and Hamilton is still on the April Fool's shit. Yeah, Yuki's looking really good. I mean, he's 410 softbacks, but like, that's good, considering how hard the car is to drive. Will they switch to whatever that green ethanol fuel from NASCAR? I know the fuel... I'm fairly sure they're going to be 100% biofuel next year, right? No? Or 2030. What time are we going to be live tomorrow? We'll be live tomorrow 30 minutes before practice 3. And then all the way through. Go Pondino! What's up, Tom? Wait, what just happened? I missed that. Did Norris just go up? Oh, okay, see. He's extended his advantage on Piastri. Yeah, look, McLaren's going to be favored again in quali. If they bottle the 1-2, same as last week, it's just like, oh my god. On ads? Oh, fuck. Why did it go to adverts? Verstappen was on a lap? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know who decides when they run ads, but sometimes they pick such a bad time. Like, the track was so dead, and then everyone's come out and you guys have gone on ads. Thankfully, I don't get ads on F1 TV. Hell yeah. Get FIA a contract with Bahrain and tell them to put a V8 and pump in the excess fuel win-win. Maybe it's Sky controls all that. True, it probably is. No, actually, it would be Sky. It would be Sky. Oh, 2026 engine 100% sustainable fuels. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know what fuel you're talking about with NASCAR, but it is going to be 100% sustainable fuel for 2026. Oh, Antonelli just hit the wall. He's fine. He's lucky he didn't get a puncture from that. Oh my god, he's really lucky he didn't get a puncture from that. Or even break the suspension. He hit that really hard. Do you watch IndyCar? I don't. I wish I could, but obviously when you put so much time into Formula One and content, it's so hard to keep up with other sports. At least for me. And IndyCar's obviously like later on at night. So, and where's IndyCar streamed in the UK? It's like some fucky website, right? The day they bring ads to quali and race is when I leave the sport. They do have ads in quali. They do it in between Q1 and Q2. Unless you mean during the session. You hate seeing Hamilton in 13th. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are. A lot of people do. But yeah, 1 second between the top 12. Like, it's just so tight this year, man. Like, I feel like it's becoming too normal to see these gaps between people that, like, we forget how spread it used to be. Can I ask you a question? Go ahead, Callum. I appreciate that, Spencer. Thank you, man. I guess what Leclerc said was really true. He said it takes hella confidence to power through in the fast track of Saudi, and understandably, Hamilton doesn't have that at the moment. Yeah, exactly. And Lewis has always struggled at this track in the new record cars. Do you think Lewis will win another race this season? If Ferrari, specifically Lewis, don't win a race this season, that would be tough. Especially considering Merck will probably end up winning a race. You think Max can challenge the McLarens this weekend? Prior to this session, I would have said no. Now seeing FP2, Max, that's a decent lap from Max. You know, if you're only 2/10 off the McLarens, he can pull that out of his ass, man. He can pull that out of his ass. Hear me out. Lance Stroll is not that bad, but not that good either. No, I agree with you. I think Lance Stroll is hated on way too much. Is he a paid driver? Yes. Should he not be in the sport anymore? Yes. But acting like he's Latifi, Mazepin, Mick Schumacher, like, you know, Guan Yu Zhou level, it's just no. Like, Stroll has achieved, he's had good moments in his career. He's always been a consistent driver. It's just he has these periods where, like, specifically, was it the end of 2023? Like, crash in Singapore, crash in Sao Paulo. Like, it's like he just has these really dumb moments. It's like, please, man, please. Your question didn't come through, Callum. What were you asking? Yeah, I'll answer the statement with the new regs. He doesn't have any confidence in the new cars because of which bad results in Saudi had confidence in the 2021 car. You think Antonelli is winning a GP? Prior to the year, I said all 8 drivers at the top teams will win a race. Now I don't think Yuki's going to win a race. Now I don't think Antonelli is going to win a race. I don't think Lewis is going to win a race. But then again, it's a long season. Everything's going to change. So I have to see. Anyways, I'm busting a wee, guys. I'm busting a wee. I'll be back in a second. And then I'll read all you guys' messages when I'm back. Signs on a lap. Everyone's gone back to medium tires now. I'm back. Ban the spammer, yeah. Angry Judge, please shut up, man. You've asked the same question like 14 times. Get some decent mods in here, please. I mean, even if there are mods in here, they wouldn't time them out. I'm very chill when it comes to Twitch chat. Like I don't time people out for having an opinion. I don't time people out for whatever. But obviously, if they're excessive, they'll get timed out. But I think bro's just lost in the sauce. Did I tell him where the cat button is? Yeah, I think your cat button is stuck, bro. What? What? Crazy. Shout out Pedro Pascal. Russell doesn't seem to be up there this session. No. I really thought the Merc would be strong on this. I mean, it is just practice, but... They released a podium in Silverstone for Hamilton. Remember how McLaren used to suck at the start of 22 and bam, they come back stronger? Oh, yeah. Half the season? Yeah, honestly. Hopefully Borderland will be able to get on track in FP3. Yeah, this is a big session to lose for him. I mean, obviously he's been there in F2, but still such a tricky track. You need to get as much time here to get confidence in the car. And it looks like Sauber should be actually pretty decent this weekend considering the upgrades. Thoughts on the 1950 Saudi GP? What? I was not live then. Nor did I even know there was a 1950 Saudi GP. Is that even real? Crazy that Lando has the fastest lap so far and it was on mediums. No. That was on softs. He's on mediums now. Wait, no. That was on mediums? What the fuck? No, wait, really? Yeah, because it doesn't say Bamman's on medium right now. Wow, so he's set down on mediums. What the fuck? That's a big lap from Norris then. Maybe he was actually pushing. Yeah, but Bamman's on mediums now. It doesn't say medium for him. No, but why does it say mediums next to his name then? No, I know. Okay, so looking at the live, ignore this. Looking at the live on the broadcast, right? Everyone's on softs. It says he's on mediums, right? So if that's saying he's on mediums now, why isn't Bamman say he's on mediums now? So either, oh, there you go, it's updated. Yeah, I was gonna say, so it's either wrong, or he actually did set it on mediums. That was weird. Great timing sheet. Oh, yellow, who's this? Someone crashed? First crash of the weekend? Oh, it's Yuki. Oh, that is not good. That is not good. Wait, how do we see his wing but not the car? Oh, I see the camera. The wall kind of turns into the right there. Oof. Oof. How's he done this on a I was gonna say slow corner, but like I mean it is easy to kind of end up in the wall here. Look, I don't want to be dramatic. I was going to be dramatic and be like, this is not good for Yuki. Oh, no. But, like, he's not really at threat of losing his seat. I don't think people are going to look at this and be like, Yuki, what the hell, man? You can't crash the car. But at the same time, this is not going to be good for his confidence this weekend, especially considering how well he was doing in practice. But, yeah, cost cap definitely not going to be good. I mean, it's not a huge crash, but still, money's money. See how he's done this. Out of his car with cars driving past is crazy. I hate seeing that shit. No way more than 18 cars are finishing this GP. Yeah. Little mistakes like that will happen 100%. Jed. Oh, medical cars arrived. Okay, so he's come up to the last corner. Seems normal. Oh, he's hit the inside wall. He's hit the inside wall. Mechanics knowing they've got work to do. Oof. Yeah. Easy mistake to make, to be honest. Maybe just lost focus a little bit there. Misjudged it. Oof. You did a Verstappen to you. Well, Max locked up and hit and went drifted out wide. Yuki hit the inside. I was gonna say Yuki did Lando, but Lando didn't break his car on the wall. He broke his car. He just fucked up his time. Did engineers actually stay up till 3 a.m. fixing the car? Not 3 a.m. There's a curfew. They have to stop working on the car at some point, but it just means more hard work. Rather than be able to like work on the setup or doing this and doing that, they have to now fix the car. You know what I mean? It just becomes more of a hassle. What is oversteering versus understeering? So oversteering is when you turn in and the rear gets like the car oversteers and you lose the rear of the car. And understeers when you're turning in, and the car's just not turning in. That's best. Yeah, that's the best way to put it. Understeer, it's literally the word. Like you're turning and it's not steering. It's understeering. And oversteering is when you turn and the car oversteers. Yeah, that's the best way I can describe it. Just it and SEAL Team. There you go for the follows. Get Hudra in the Red Bull. No, you can't. You can't diss Yuki for what just happened. I mean, like it's a bad mistake to make, but like, come on. It's one mistake. It's in practice. Like, I don't know why I don't feel anything about that crash. I'm just kind of like, it is what it is. Like, if it happened again, like let's say he crashed again next week, I'd be like, oh shit, he's got a tendency of crashing. But you know, it's his first time crashing in a few Grand Prix. Or is this where Yuki crashed in front of him? Oh. Yeah, exactly. It wasn't a big mistake. It wasn't in qualifying. It's just a practice crash. It's not great. But if this keeps happening, then yeah, I agree. Looked like such a small crash in the front wing, overreacted. Yeah, I think it's just unlucky his suspension broke and then he couldn't turn, so he's clapped the wall on the rope. I don't think anyone will come out now. I think this will be the end of the session, to be honest. But guys, stick around after practice. We're going to be watching F1 Academy qualifying. We can actually watch it on the stream, the actual broadcast, so stick around. Thoughts on doing FP2 Crash Japan? Why did he open his DRS? Well, apparently in the simulator, he was trying it and he thought he could open it, but simulator is very different to real life. All right, here we go. Here's the difference between Lando and Piastri. Wow, Lando flew through that first sequence of corners. What the fuck? Hey, F1 Academy. It's on YouTube. Whoa, Piastri had way more confidence in that corner, though. Sorry, if you don't know what we're looking at, F1 TV is showing a comparison between Piastri and Lando. So Piastri's ahead at the end of Sector 1. Yeah, so Piastri's still ahead. Where did Lando gain his time? Must have been all in Sector 3 then. I mean, they're pretty even now, actually. Okay, yeah, Lando nailed that. Don't think they'll come back out. They probably won't even clean it up before the session ends. Yeah, Piastri definitely has the better Sector 1, at least in this comparison. Sector 3, they're very similar, but Sector 2 is where he drops down for some reason. Who do you think is the next generational talent in F1? Antonelli is performing well. McLaren continues to be successful. I think Piastri would dominate over Lando. Generational talent, I don't know. I think Antonelli could be. Could be Antonelli. I think there's a lot of great talent on the grid anymore at the moment. Generational though, like generational is generational. I think the next generational talent we probably don't even know about. I think Antonelli. If I had to take a guess, it would be Antonelli. His junior career, you just cannot ignore that junior career. Yo, Melvin, thanks so much for the raid, dude. I appreciate that. How was your stream, man? How was your stream? 15 out of 20 are talented drivers right now. What are the 5 you wouldn't say are talented? And what do you mean by like what's talented? What's the definition of talented? Because every driver's talented to make an F1. Are they actually going to come out? No way they're going to come out 1 minute ago. If you mean like 15 out of 20 drivers are going to be good drivers in F1, then I can agree with that. Alright, it's going to come out to do practice starts. I see, I see. Oh, Yuki's already got a fucking interview? The fuck? He's not happy. He's not happy. Why does Yuki look so much older in the Red Bull kit? Also, why are they racing so hard? I thought you couldn't go this fast after the checker flag is waved. All right, guys, that is it for practice 2. Thank you all for joining me. If you enjoyed it, the follow button down below. We'll just wait for the session to fully complete. But if you're over on TikTok or YouTube, come over to the Twitch stream. We're going to be staying live to watch F1 Academy qualify. We'll be actually watching it on stream, the actual broadcast. So come join us. Yeah, wait for the session to fully end. But if you enjoyed it, the follow button down below. Thank you guys all for joining me for FP2. All right, here we go. Session is now officially done. Going through the standings. So Norris P1, Piastri P2. Norris probably is the favorite as of right now, just from that one lap. 2/10 ahead of Piastri. And then Max is in the mix. I didn't think Max would be doing this good this weekend. I thought he'd struggle. Maybe it's going to be similar to Japan, where if you can get the car in the right window with how much this lap is down to the drive. It's a very driver's track, I would say. Maybe Max can get into the top 3. And then Leclerc P4, that another good lap from him. Sainz P5, Williams look like they're going to be best of the rest this weekend. Tsunoda P6, Russell P7. Obviously, Tsunoda crashing and causing that red flag at the end. That is not good. But his car will be repaired. Just needs to, maybe he's lost a little bit of confidence with that lap. Gasly P8, Hulkenberg P9. Again, another good session from him. Obviously, Sauber have new upgrade on their car, so that's pretty good. L1 P10, Antonelli again, a little bit off the pace of Russell, 2.5 tenths down. P11 for him. Hadja P12. Hamilton P13, 7 tenths off of his teammate. Lawson P14, Alonso P15, Berman P16, Doohan P17, again, 8 tenths off his teammate. Ocon P19, and Bortoletto, if you're wondering why he didn't set a time, that is because he had a fuel leak, which means he couldn't compete in practice 2, which is a shame because he would need that time. So, yeah. Everyone's still racing back to the pits right now. I bet you in quali, slight chance of a 27.3. Yeah, I think we'll get into the low 27s. Maybe even 26.9. That would be fucking sick. All right, let's power the predictions. The predictions for people who predicted Lando to top FP1. There you go. Congrats everyone who got that correct. Did Sushi Tsunoda kamikaze into the wall? Yeah, he did. He hit the inside wall and then broke his suspension, so ended up in the outside wall. Unfortunate crash for Tsunoda. At least he had a good free practice. Yeah, exactly. I think he'll be happy with his times, but he'll obviously be unhappy that he binned it because that's his first crash down Red Bull, and it's such like a small mistake that was such a so costly for him. To apply culinary rules, chef, gift of the gab, pure diamond. I would say that we have Stroll, almost every other driver, Max, Lewis, Charles, and Oscar maybe. Wait, what? Wait, I don't understand that. Those were too big of words for me. Verstappen only 4 laps. On that tire, that's for that tire. That's not the whole session. I don't think I can get it to show how many laps I've done the whole session. It has to just be on that tire. I was going to skip 126 and go to 125s. Imagine, bro. Imagine. It's good for him to crash, though, pushing the limits. But the thing is, though, I don't think he crashed pushing the limits. Crashing pushing the limits would be losing the rear or slipping or whatever. He just misjudged the turn and then hit the wall. You know what I mean? I think he just lost a little bit of focus and didn't anticipate that. I don't think that has anything to do with pushing the limits personally. I get what you're saying though. I do get you, but in this case, I don't think he was. KJM, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome to the stream. All right, they've gone out, done their practice starts. They're coming in now. Guys, thank you all for tuning on in for FP2. Really do appreciate you joining me for the watch along. We do watch alongs like this for every single Grand Prix weekend. So join me tomorrow for FP3 and qualifying. Join me for the race on Sunday and every other Grand Prix this weekend. This year. If you enjoyed, hit the follow button down below. Again, YouTube and TikTok chat, come over to Twitch. We will be live for F1 Academy. So come on over. Otherwise, thank you guys for tuning on in. I'll see you guys tomorrow for FP3. Yeah, see you guys later. Goodbye.